Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button right below in red. It's free of charge. You don't pay anything for it, and it helps the channel. And also don't forget to hit the bell notifications for new uploads. I want to thank every single one of you for all your beautiful comments and your support. Thank you so much. And I would like to mention that right up top, there's 3 little buttons. You can click there to slow down the video to the speed you would like if I'm too fast for you. Also, right next to it, there's the CC, closed caption. You can turn that on and you can pause the video and take notes of everything that will be written down here on the stitch that I will be calling. In case you don't have the CC up there or the 3 little buttons on the video up top, there's 3 little buttons. You just click there on the settings and it's in there. You can slow down the video and also turn your closed caption on. The next thing I would like to mention is in the description box, everything is always listed below. There's a little arrow right, like a V, upside down, right below the video on the right side. If you click that little arrow, everything will be in the description box. So I have my Facebook page for the crochet. I also have a Facebook group, crochet, that you can join if you have a profile on your Facebook. And you can join us in the group. It's a private group. So, of course, you have to have a profile. If you don't, then unfortunately you can't, because there's too many scammers going around with the groups, and I want to make sure that we're all safe and nobody's going around scamming anybody. I see a lot of that in the groups nowadays, and I'm taking myself away from the groups due to that fact, and also the fact that there's some nastiness going on, especially coming out of administration's mouth. That's not a good thing. So I decided to create my own, inviting you to be part of it if you'd like to. What else? So I also would like to mention, if you please want to help to donate for the women in need of thread and yarn, I need your help to buy them the thread and yarn. I have my PayPal account below in the description box. You can donate whatever you feel like. Everything adds up at the end, so we can help these women to get them busy with, creating some pieces and distract their minds from the daily life stress that they might be going through. It could be a mental stress, it could be family stress, it could be mothers alone with children that cannot afford to buy these threads and yarn. So I really want to help them out, and the only way I can do it is by you and I together helping them out. So please be generous and help out. It doesn't matter the amount. And I want to thank you so much for helping. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm sure they will appreciate you too, very, very much so. So thank you again. Anything else? I hope I'm not forgetting. So normally when I'm calling out the stitch and I say chain 1 for space, and I usually say chain 1 separation, that means for space. If your stitch is too tight, then do an extra chain. So instead of doing 1, you do 2 chain. If your stitch is too loose, then do less 1 chain. Also, when your stitch is extremely tight, you should go with the hook, 1 hook size bigger than your normal that you use, because that will help to loosen up the stitch when you're going into the second row and try to put your stitches in. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. We're going to get started. Please also share, give a thumbs up on the video. It helps to circulate the video and have the channel to be recognized. Share on your Facebook public with your family and friends. Have them join us together as one big family. So thank you so much, everybody. I send much hug and love to every single one of you, and many blessings from the universe. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, everyone. So today we're going to create this beautiful doily that I had created years ago. So it's been tucked away. My poor flowers are all like bent and everything, but once it's pressed, it will all get into place. So I've already done the tutorial on the flowers. I will link below if you want to create it with flowers. You don't have to. You can leave without the flowers. The flowers are hot gun glued in top of the pattern, so you don't have to do it. But I think it gives it a beautiful charm. So you need 6 of it for this size of pattern. Now with this pattern, you can go as big as you like. You can do a tablecloth. You just have to keep increasing here. because until the 17th row, then I start decreasing for the doily, but you can increase and keep going bigger and bigger for a tablecloth. So we're going to start this. With this one I did white and sort of beige yellowish. And then this is the multicolored red, like strawberry red. But I'm using terracotta, multicolored terracotta. There's a pearl, and then sort of like a lime green. And you need 6 flowers, as I mentioned before. So we're going to get started on this. I can't remember what was the size of this doily. By the way, this doily, when I created years ago, I did with number 10 and Lydia. So for a lot of you that use number 10, this is perfect for you. I will be using number 4 today, which will make it bigger. So this is 46 centimeters. Anyway, around. Okay, so 6 flowers, 6 pearls if you're using the pearls. Okay, and we're going to get started on this. So I use 100% 4-ply. Hook, size 3, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Let's get started, everyone. I'm going to do the magic circle. I'm starting off with white. I want it to be similar with the 2 tones that I have on that one. So I'll be using the white and then the yellowish off-white, if you want to call it beige color. So magic circle. In here we're going to do 3 double crochets and 2 more for turning. So a total of 5 double crochet again. Just going to pull on it. For some of you that cannot do the magic circle, do chain 6, okay? 2 chain separation and double crochet. We're going to have a total of 12 double crochets separated by 2 chains. This is row 1. I'll meet you at the end. So we have the 12 double crochets done. 2 chain. I'm coming in my 3rd chain. 1, 2, and 3 with a slip stitch. I'm going to pull into my magic circle and close it up. Then I'll tuck in the thread in between the loops here at the end or at some point. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2 chain for me. That what you call a double crochet. 3 chain for some of you. On the same space, double crochet. Next space. Not next space, sorry. In between what am I talking about? Sorry, people. Always look ahead of the video before you create anything. Sometimes mistakes can be done. So I'm going to do chain 2. I'm coming into the next space and again creating 2 double crochets on the same space. These are the increases. Next space, 2 double crochet. 2 chain. Now we're going to increase this until row, so I'm going to change color on row 9. So I'm going to continue the same color until row 8, complete row 8, and then row 9 I'm changing color. And then this is going to go until row 17. Let me just confirm here a second. Yes, it's going to go until row 17. So we're always going to repeat the same thing. Doesn't matter how many times you change your color. It will always be repeated the same way. So we're always going to do an increase at the beginning of the double crochet. Okay, so this is row 2, 2 chain separation, and 2 double crochets on the same space. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I closed in with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain. I'm going to do 1, 2 chains. For me, for you could be 3 if your stitch is too tight. double crochet on the same space, and on the next space I'm going to do a double crochet. So we're increasing. So basically we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 17 double crochets, always an increase at the beginning, 2 double crochets together on the first space, 2 chain separation until row 17. Just like that. So I'm going to continue mine. After row 8, I'm changing my color. As you can see here, there is a difference of the colors. I have the white, and then I have like a beige, yellow, very light yellowish beige. Of course, the white will look the same, but this is a different color. It looks the same, but I don't think it's the same. I think this one gives it a little bit more tone of it, a little bit yellowishy, but this is close enough. So as you can see, I have it until row 8 white, and then I went to row 17 with the same color, and then after row 17 I went back on the white, and then at the edge I completed with this color. So this is what I'm going to do. Row 9 I will have the different color until row 17. I'll meet you at the end of row 17. And also want to remind you, if you find that your stitch is too tight, instead of doing 2 chain, do 3. But you should be okay with 2. We don't want it to be too loose here either. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing my 12 motifs, row 17. So you're supposed to have 17 double crochets. I'm going to go back into my white. Now it's going to change a bit. I'm going to show you here on the one that's made. So we're going to have one pattern or one design here. We're going to increase. And then the next one, we're going to decrease and then increase and then decrease. Do you see the difference? So this becomes wider and this becomes thinner. Okay, so we'll start with the increase. I've changed my color. And at this point, we can start anywhere. It doesn't make any difference. So on my first double crochet here, I'm going to do single and 1 chain. I'm going to do another double crochet in the same space. So with the increase ones, we're going to do 2 double crochets at the beginning and 2 double crochets at the end, and then 1 double crochet per space. So now I'm doing 1 double crochet per space, and I'll meet you at the end. So I've reached the end. I have 17 double crochets, and I'm going to add 2 in the same space. So I'll be having 19 double crochets. Now, we used to be doing chain 2. We're going to start doing chain 3. We're going to skip this one and we're going into the next one. So on this motif, we always skip the first and the last. Whoops. And then 1 per space. So you will always have to alternate. One motif is to increase and the next one to decrease. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this one. So I've come to the end and I have 15 double crochets. So now we know that on this one is decrease, the next one is increase. So we're doing the same thing as we did here. So chain 3 always now, going to the first one and do 2 double crochets together, and at the end we're going to do the 2 double crochets together. All of the other ones is 1 per space. Okay, I'll meet you at the end again just to confirm. I'm at the end. We're going to do 2 double crochets in the same space. So I'm at 19 double crochets again. We're going to repeat this one, the decrease again. 3 chain, skip the first one, going to the second one, 1 per space, and we don't do the last double crochet. So we'll be having 15 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around. So 1 is increase and 1 is decrease. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished doing row 18. So we are back. I closed in with the slip stitch. We are back to do the increase. So 2 chain for me, could be 3 for you, depending upon your stitch. So the increase is always 2 at the beginning, 2 double crochets on the first double crochet, and 2 at the end, and then 1 per space. Now, this is not going to be any different than row 18. We are on row 19. So we're doing increase and decrease, and this is going to continue on until we get to where our motif decreases 5 double crochets until we get to the top. So we're decreasing here now. So we have 15, so then we're going to go 13 and then 11 and so on until we have 5 left. So the only difference is going to change from here in is just the chain. So now we did 3 here, now we're going to do 4 chain. We don't want it to be pulling too much, right? So I'll meet you at the end over here. So I've reached the end and I've did my increase. So I did at the beginning and I did at the end. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. If your chain is too loose, then do only 3. We don't want it to be too baggy either. So we're doing the decrease. We skip the first one and we continue on. So what does that mean? That means that the next row you're going to do 5 chain, 6 chain, 7 chain, 8 chain until we get to our 5 double crochets only on the decrease one. Okay, so what you can do is you can always fast forward and see how it's been done. I'm going to continue mine and then I'll meet you as soon as we have only 5 left of double crochet where the motif of the decreases. Everything else stays the same, and the chains we keep adding 1 chain per row. Now depending upon your stitch, if it's too loose, then don't increase the chains. Just keep as is until you need to increase one. And if you're too tight, extremely tight for that matter, then you can do an extra chain to make sure that it has to fall into place nicely. Okay, so I will meet you on my 5 double crochets on my motif of the decrease. Like I said, you could always fast forward. Okay, everyone, so basically I did until my 5 double crochets. Now with this row here, you're supposed to proceed with 9 chain. I'm going to do 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to proceed the same way. Skip the first, do your 3 double crochets, and skip the last. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the increase, we still continue with the increase. So nothing changes on that. So basically it's just a chain that we're increasing to 10 and not doing 9. Because normally, I mean, we finished off here with 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also, I guess we are okay. I don't know, what was I thinking? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 10. So it's 10, not 9. I don't know what was I thinking. But anyway, you continue to do your 3 double crochet. Now, the next row, we're going to change up the game a bit. So I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay everyone, so we're pretty much finished doing the row with the 3 double crochets. I've slip stitched in and I did chain 2. Now this row, this is the before last row, okay? So we have 2 rows, this one and the next one. Now we're not increasing any longer. It's 1 per space, so you do not increase. You do not put 2 in the same space. You put 1 per space on this row all the way around. It's just going to change on the chain. We're going to be doing 12 chains instead of 11. And we'll, in the space here, we're doing 2 singles. We're not doing no more double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end of this one here. So I'm reaching the end here in 1 double crochet. So we're doing 1 double crochet at the beginning of this row, which is row, let me check, so 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, row 25. Okay, 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet at the end. Now we're going to do chain 12, not chain 11. I know we did the 10 here, but we're doing 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now I'm coming where we have the 3 double crochets. I'm coming in with a single. Next space, single. So we have 2 singles. And we're going to proceed the same way again. Chain 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm coming in, only 1 double crochet, no increase. And we have only 1 more row after this, which I'll be using my cream yellowish pale color to close up the pattern. Okay, so we're going to repeat this all the way around. So 1 double crochet at the end, 1 at the beginning, no increase on the pattern. Okay everyone, so I pretty much finished the row with the 2 singles. We did 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end. Now this row is going to be the last row, so you have to pay attention because we have to work on each pattern and then go to the second one, like back and forth. Hold on, show you in a second. So we come in with this, well, if you're using the same color, all you have to do is make your 2 chains or 3 chains going up. If you're changing color, do a single, 2 chains. On the same space, we're going to do that increase of the 2 double crochets. Next space, 1 double crochet per space. We're going to do this until the end, and at the end we're going to do the 2 increase also. Okay, this is the last row. I'll meet you at the end. So this is what it looks like, 2 at the beginning, 2 at the end. Now this is what I mean, we're going to work back and forth on the same pattern before we continue on. So we're going to turn our pattern to the back. So now we're working on the back side. We're going to go into the same double crochet, which is the first double crochet with a single, 2, and 3 chain. We're going to do triple crochet. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3. On your 4th one, we're doing triple. Let me just check my pattern here for a second. Okay, so on the same space, we're going to do 4 more triples. So we're going to have a total of triple crochets on the same space. So I have 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 triples on the same space. Again, we're going to skip 1, 2, 3 on the 4th one. We're going to repeat the triple, 5 triples, on the same space. This pattern is gorgeous. You can go the size you like by keep adding on the rows here for a tablecloth. Again, 1, 2, 3 on the fourth. Again, you do your 5 triple crochets. Okay. And I missed one here, so gotta come back. So I get distracted talking, right? But no biggie, wasn't a big mistake. Just a few to take down. Okay, so we have the 5. 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth. Okay, so then you continue doing this. You can always advance ahead, and I'm going to continue to go all the way to the end here. So we're getting at the end, and at the end I'm going to go into our first single into chain we did with a double crochet. Now we're going to turn our pattern around again. So basically you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triple groups. Okay, so now here we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 3 chain. I'm going to do a picot with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the same space, picot with a single. 1, 2, 3, picot with a single. So now you got your 3 picots, 3 chain, 5 chain, 3 chain. Okay. Now we're going to do the triple again, coming into the first triple here, and we're going to do it incomplete. Okay, so doing the triple, the 5 triples, again, incomplete. And the last one here. Now we're going to take it out all at once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to come down into the 3rd chain and picot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same space and picot with a single. 1, 2, 3, 3. Sorry. Come into the same space, single. So now we have another picot here at the edge. Chain 2. 1, 2. We're going to repeat the process with the triple incomplete. So this is the 2nd triple, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the hook. Take it out all at once. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back on your 3rd chain and close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back on the same chain, same space, and close it with single. 1, 2, and 3. Come back into the same space and close it again with single. So now we have our 2nd picot there. And we're going to continue to do this all the way to the end. and then I'll come back to you so we can move on to the next motive, which was the decrease motive, right? Close it all together and chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come back 1, 2, 3, your third chain, single, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back in the same space and single, 1, 2, and 3, and again single, chain 2, and go ahead and complete your triples again. So this is what it's starting to look like. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we are on our last one, on our last picots here. So I've done the picot, and now I am going to come directly exactly in between both rows here with a single. So basically this is going to stay like the one here on this side, right? Now we are going to do chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to come back 3 space, 1, 2, and 3. On my 4th space, I'm going to do another picot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the same space, again, another picot. So we're still doing the picots. 1, 2, and 3. And picot. So we have another picot here. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to come where my single is. And I'm coming right in where the single is with a single. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to come in as a picot just to get that little effect going. And then again, chain 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to come back on my 4th space, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm going to close it in a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing the picots. We have to have both sides the same way. Same space, close it in, 1, 2, and 3, and in the same space again, close it in with single. So we have the other picot here. And then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to come right in the first one here and close it in. 1, 2, 3, picot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the same space, picot, and 1, 2, and 3. Same space, picot. Now, we're going to do, just check here, we're going, just give me a second here. Sorry, I had made a mistake here. We have to go back and do our double crochet. So no picot here yet. It's only in the middle of the 2 rows. So basically, we're coming in and doing the 2 double crochets exactly like we did at the beginning. So 2 double crochets, the increase, and we repeat the same thing as we did with this one here. So we did a 2 increase, and we did 2 increase at the end, and we turned our pattern around. We did chain 3, a single and 2 chain, and then skip 1, 2, 3 on the 4 to do your 5 triples, right? But I'll come to you at the end. So let's continue doing the double crochet per space. Coming to the end, we're going to do 2 together, and then we're going to turn our pattern around. Okay, so we did 1 per space, came to the end, we did the increase. We're going to turn our pattern around again the same way. Now, if you need to rewind and go through it again, then by all means, and I have a knot on my pattern. Okay, so we're coming into the same space with a single like we did. And 1, 2 chain. Now we're going to do the triple, skip 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. On your 4th, you start with the incomplete triple, the 5 incomplete triple crochet in the same space, and we repeat everything all over again. Now, if you need to, and then close it at once. If you need to rewind it and redo it, then go ahead. Okay? We're going to repeat the same thing. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing? Not thinking properly. It's not the incomplete. Oh my goodness. So some days are just, you're doing the 5 triple crochets, not the incomplete. It's the next row that's the incomplete. Sorry about that, people. My hands are getting tired. They're starting to slip out of the hook. So again, 1, 2, 3 on your 4th. Your 5 triples in the same space. So like I said, if you need to rewind a bit to restart and look how we proceeded, then go ahead. We're going to finalize this row 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th, and we're going to continue to do the 5 triples. So I'm going to continue until here, and then I'll come back with you again. So again, we have our 7 groups. We're going to do a double crochet here on the last one. We're going to turn around like we did, and we're going to create our peacocks now. 1, 2, 3 into the same space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the same space. 1, 2, and 3 into the same space. And now we're going to create the 5 triple incomplete, and proceed the same way as we just finished doing. So like I said, if you need to rewind it, then go ahead. Oops. And now we close it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come back on your third chain and close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Come back on the same one, close it with single. So we're doing a peacock. Chain 3 again, and again, chain 2, and proceed again with the 5 incomplete triple. Okay, so if you need to rewind, go ahead. I'm going to continue with mine, and then I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we're pretty much finished doing all of our design, and now we're going to do the multicolored. Now you can use green if you're using the green, or you can go with your original color. And this is very simple. So we're going to do a slip stitch knot, and where we have the motif here with the G crease, we're going to start on there. Okay, so basically you would come where you have your 2 double crochets, and you'd come in between the 2 of them, creating a single. So we're going to do a single per each row, okay, in the same space. Now, next row, we're going to grab the outside. So the last, let me just show you here. So the last double crochet here, you will see it better once I complete. So we're going to grab the last one, or should I say the first one here, and we're going to do 2 singles. Next row, in between, 2 singles. Next row, in between, 2 singles. And we're going to do this all the way to the top. So let me just show you here a second. So you're grabbing the outside double crochet. That means this one here, and then this one here, and then this one here, and you continue on. So we're going to continue all the way to the top. Once we get there, I'll come back to you on it. Okay, so we're all the way to the top on where we have the 3 double crochet. So basically what you're grabbing is where we used to put like the 2, no, this is the, not the increase, sorry. This is the decrease. So you're grabbing 1 double crochet, and so on the last one we have 3. So we're using 1, doing the 2 singles. Now I'm going to do 1 chain, and I'm going to come in where we have that single that we did. We did 2 singles here. So I'm just going to go right in the middle here between the 2 singles, and I'm going to do a slip stitch 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to come back in and do a small peacock, and then 1 chain again, and I'm coming down the other side of the double crochet. So I'm coming back in on the other double crochet and doing the 2 singles again. Next row, coming in the double crochet and doing the 2 singles again. And it's going to be all the way down to the very first one, to where more or less where we started. So let me just show you. So we're going to come down here, and then I'll meet you down here. I thought it wasn't light enough. Okay, so I've come down to exactly the one where I started. Now, just open this up for you. So we started on the second row, and we took always 1 double crochet, went all the way to the top, and then took 1 double crochet coming down. Now we're going to skip this motif here. We're going to come into the next one. So basically we're going to do a single on here and then go right into the next double crochet here and then do the outside double crochet. So very simple, people, not complicated at all. So now we're going to come in. I'm going to do a single here, and I'm going to skip this double crochet here, which is from the other motif, and I'm doing a single on the next one. So let me just show you. So we skip this one here, we did a single in here right away, skip 1 double crochet and into this one here. So now we're just going to turn our pattern again, and we're going to come in and grab the first double. We have 2 double crochets there, so we're taking 1 and continue to do, I don't want my stitch too loose, it won't look pretty, and do the 2 singles, and we're going up again. So next row we have 3 double crochets, we're taking 1 and doing the 2 singles. Next row we have the 4 double crochets, we're taking 1. Next row, and we're going to proceed the same way again all the way to the top. So we're always going to take 1 double crochet here. So basically, which I don't know why I got confused earlier, we have the 2 double crochets, right? On the decrease here, we have the 2 double crochets, so we take 1. Correct? Take 1, and we're going to go all the way to this one here, 2 singles. We're going to do 1 chain, and once we do 1 chain, we're going to come in from here and here and do your picot, and then 1 chain again after doing the 3 chain for picot. Close in with a single. We do 1 chain, we're grabbing this one here, coming down, doing 2 singles, doing 2 singles, doing 2 singles, all the way down here again, and then we come in and do a single here. We skip this double crochet, which is this motif, and we come in and do a single here and go directly and create again the 2 singles on this one. So I'm going to continue mine and I'll come back to you at the end of it. So you're going to have 6 of these done because we only do them on this. This one is for the flower. This is where we put the flower on this one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm pretty much coming to the end, and I'm just arriving where I first started. So this is very simple, it's nothing to it. So we're going to do that single, right? the single right in between the double crochets, and we're just going to skip the motif here. So that means we're going to skip one double crochet, the first one down here, with a single. I don't want my thread to be too loose because then it doesn't look pretty. Okay, so we did the single there. Now I'm just going to come into the first one here with a slip stitch, and so I can cut it off. And now we are going to proceed gluing the flowers on. So I have these threads here, which I'm going to tuck in between. In between the loops back here. And I'm going to pull this one too. Now, because this is a bigger one, I'm going to make a knot on it. Like this, I'm sure that nothing is ever going to come apart. Pretty much done with it. Just cut my excess out. And of course, being a size 4 thread, so I still have this one here that we started. So I'm just going to pull in my string here, and I'm going to come through the back and pull in through the loops back here. Make sure that it's well secured. And then I'm going to make a knot also on one of them here, just so it does not come apart. Pull that little knot and then come and do a few more back here. And like this, we can wash, we can do whatever we like. We know that nothing is going to come apart. Now I'm going to warm up my hot gun glue, which is transparent glue. You can buy that at Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollarama, and get the transparent glue, not white or anything like that, because then it won't stick as good. And there it is. So it's way much bigger pattern. And I'm going to warm up my gun, my hot gun glue, and we're going to put the flowers on. So I pressed, ironed my doily. For some of you, if you like it to have it nice and hard, and you can start spray it, it's perfect, because that one has starch on it. This one doesn't. So you place your flower in the empty where you didn't do the designs on the bigger piece, and you place it properly. Make sure that you have your pearls faced the proper way. And have it placed exactly where you would like it to be. Now, this doesn't take too much. What I did was I put a little bit of aluminum foil underneath because I don't want the glue to go through. So I'm just fixing it a bit here so I can have it exactly how I'd like it to be placed. And I'm just going to put a little bit. We don't need too much glue. I'm just going to spread a bit amongst the leaves and everything because I wanted to have it really glued down to my pattern. And then you would do the same thing on the other flowers. You place them where you want to and have everything placed down properly. Compress a bit. And that's pretty much it. I will have the end result on my table so you can see what it looks like. Now remembering, the thicker you go on the yarn or thread, the bigger your pattern will be. And if you wanted to go longer, then just add more rows. Like I mentioned earlier on the video, you can add more rows here, and then you could even do 2 or 3 flowers on the space, depending upon the bigness of your pattern. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for being here and creating these beautiful pieces with me. And please don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's important to have the video circulate. And thank you so much, everybody. Sending you lots of hugs and love. And I will have the reveal shots at the end. Pictures, maybe a little video. Thank you, everyone. Take care and take care of each other. Bye-bye.